Hi guys, my name is Tom Antos, and in this video I wanted to show you a new gimbal from Came TV. This one is the Came Mini 3. I already did a review actually of their previous version of this, which was the Came Mini 2, and the original one, the Came Mini. The Came Mini 2 I really liked. It produced really smooth shots, and it was the smallest sort of a form factor when it comes to camera gimbals that I found at the time. Right now I'm kind of almost like not sure where to classify this camera gimbal, because it's not the smallest, because now we have those really cool pistol grip camera gimbals. My favorite one is actually the Came Single from the same company. So this one's not as small as that, but at the same time it's not as big as, for example, the mid-range really kind of a gimbals like the Came Argo or DJI, for example, Ronin M. So it's kind of like somewhere in between there, but basically this is more meant for kind of DSLM type of cameras, like if you have, let's say, the Sony A6300 or 6000, those kind of cameras. It could actually take, it will take a Panasonic GH4, and I even tried it with the Sony A7S II, but in that case you don't want to put a big lens, so something a little bit smaller will still take it. So that's kind of the size. I mean, it's basically rated at maximum 2.6 pounds. So that's the, if your camera lens combination is within that weight, this will for sure handle it. Now, like I said, the thing that I really love about it is pretty much all the things that I loved about the Came Mini 2. And so this one kind of, retains all those cool qualities of that. The main one being it just produces really smooth shots. But on top of that, they added a few other really cool features. So sort of the biggest improvements or changes to this is the fact that now the battery, no longer you have to put in these smaller batteries that kind of feed into the, up here to the handle. You actually put it up here in the back here, so it comes with like a nicer and bigger battery, and it's a smart battery, so we'll show you actually how much power you have. Like I said, it's very easy. We just kind of clip it here in the back. Slide it in there and tighten these screws, and that's it. Battery's installed, so it makes it a lot easier to install it. Also, another little improvement they added is this little power box and on the bottom, which has P-tap out. So in case you want to power some other accessories, you can do that. Plus, it actually has a antenna connection. It comes with an antenna, and it has a HDMI or micro HDMI, or actually is it micro? No, mini HDMI, sorry, connection here in the back of this box, because this actually has a built-in wireless video transmitter, just like the other gimbal from the same company, the Came Argo, which is a really nice thing, because it means you don't need to add anything big or bulky to this to be able to wirelessly transfer the video signal in case, let's say, you have a client or somebody who wants to sit back and kind of see how the shots are looking. Now, this operates actually on the 5.8 gigahertz frequency, so it's not going to be HD. But it's still sufficient for just monitoring the shot, and if you have focus peaking, you can even judge the focus with that. And the way you would receive it is you basically have to have a 5.8 gigahertz video receiver, or you can even buy monitors. I already have one of these monitors. This one is actually from Came TV, and it has in the back here actually a built-in wireless video transmitter. Basically, this is what you would call an FPV, or first-person view, for people who fly like racing drones. That's what they would use, and there's a ton of these monitors. Now, when I did the review of the Came TV Argo gimbal and I showcased this monitor, a lot of people were asking me afterwards, like, which model is it? Because I can't find it on the Came TV website, and I've checked, and yeah, it looks like they've taken it down. So I don't know whether they just sold out or what, or they're going to be coming up with a new model. But whatever is the latest model, I will provide the link in the description of this video, or as always, you go to my website. Or I'm also going to provide some alternatives. There's a lot of alternatives on Amazon that I've seen for as low as $60. So literally $60, you can get a nice 4 or 5 inch. I think there are monitors with the built-in 5.8 gigahertz receiver, and they're very small, very, very light. So you can even put it up here if you want, and you can have it mounted, but then you can quickly take it off, take off this remote, and then have basically a nice two-man operation where somebody's running with the gimbal and somebody else is operating it. And now this gimbal comes with a remote. That's another nice little thing that they added, and it's the same remote that they have on their other gimbals. Very simple and works beautifully, so can't complain. It just has one button for turning it on and off, and then switching the different modes. And then it has the joystick here for panning the camera. So let me just start up the gimbal here and kind of show you guys how it operates. So to start it up, you press the smart battery once, and then you press and hold it again. All right, so now that it's on, as you can see, I can go with this remote and I can operate the camera. I can pan, tilt it, I can do all those things. Very smooth, as you'll notice. And it just, like I said, works beautifully, works simply, and it just works and produces smooth shots. This comes in with the standard 3 profiles. So the first one is going to be the follow mode. So follows basically left and right. So let me just pick it up here maybe. And let me actually put this on there. And as you can notice, it's following right now. It's pointing at me, so I'm going to rotate it, the camera. Okay, there it is. And you notice here it follows left and right, and then follows up and down. So the tilt, if you press it 2 times, it's going to switch to follow basically on the pan axis, so left and right, but it will not follow up and down. It will always stay level. And then if you press 3 times, that's the locked off mode. In this mode, basically the gimbal will always keep on pointing, wherever it is pointing, unless you move it with the joystick. So it's basically, like I said, only operated through the joystick. So it has the nice 3 profiles. Now, another thing that's really nice is that it's very easy now to switch to the other kind of handling mode. So let me go back maybe to the follow mode. And let's say if you want to operate it like this, standard, operation, underslung, then, as you saw, I turn it around and it just works. But you can also now very easily basically change into the upright mode. And all you really do is you just rotate it like that. And this is really only this one and the KMTV Argo are the only gimbals right now on the market that allow you to change that quickly to the upright mode. And as you can notice, very smooth still. I mean, like I said, this gimbal is overall just super smooth. So that's one thing that I love about it. For example, if I switch to the locked off mode here, so I'm gonna go here and go locked off mode. All right, there we go. It doesn't follow now. And you can just see kind of, if I do this craziness, oh, actually no, I have to take off the lens hood. It's getting in the way there. All right, there we go. And I'll just to kind of show you now, I'm gonna go up and down. As you can see, and the camera always stays perfectly level. So it is very, very smooth. The gyros in it work very well. So there's really, like I said, it's just, if you don't need a gimbal or, basically to fly any sort of a heavier camera than this can handle, then this is a really nice option because it still is a full-size gimbal, but it's very small compared to all the other options out there. And it's very light, so it doesn't, it's not as hard on your arms. So that's a nice thing about this gimbal. Another actually thing that I like personally about it is the attachment here. To attach basically the handles is very simple. You just kind of have this latch that you turn over, and that's it. It's the quickest and fastest way to attach or detach the handles. And that's another sort of, I would say, big change or improvement over the KMTV Mini 2 is that now you do not need the handles because the battery is actually here in the gimbal itself. So you can detach the handles and you can attach this to a crane or things like that. So very cool in that sense. And like I said, the gimbal just works. So let me show you guys some more shots that I got with this gimbal. It's basically this sort of a made up scene that I came up with while I was testing this gimbal alongside 3 other gimbals that I had. So I kind of repeated the same scene with all the different gimbals. And as you can see, the gimbal just performs very well. The thing that I loved about it, comparing it to all the other gimbals that I've tested on that same day, is that it was the lightest and the easiest to carry. So that's definitely makes a big difference. And like I said, it also just produces smooth shots. Even when you see these, for example, running shots, you'll notice that it produces, the shots look very smooth. Another thing I like about it is that just the way it's programmed is very simple. It just, like I said, it has the 3 follow locked off mode on a pen or full locked off mode, and it just works beautifully with that. If the responsiveness of the follow mode is just perfect. I don't never have to connect it to a computer and tune it, which if you wanted to, you can. This uses the masz circuit board, and so if you use their software that comes with it, you can just download it, and then you can kind of fine tune and adjust all those settings. But like I said, I never had to do that. So that's a nice thing. And also another thing that's actually really cool about this is that this gimbal, just like their other CameTV gimbal, the Came Argo, uses encoders in their motors. So what that means is that it's going to use less battery power. So this gimbal, actually, the battery will last you easily for a whole day. I've actually was shooting over a course of 2 days once, and I never had to recharge over those 2 days. So now, obviously, I wasn't using it non-stop for 2 days, but I'm saying I used it maybe 2-3 hours each day, and I didn't have to worry. And another thing is, like, for example, with the DJI Ronin M, for example, similar in the price range and kind of the size and everything to this gimbal. The problem with that gimbal is that if, let's say, you start it up and sometimes the gyroscope or something is a bit off, and let's say your horizon is off, right? Let's say it's like this. I'm sure you've had that happen to you when you're using, those of you who have used camera gimbals before. Well, the problem with the DJI gimbals is you have to have the remote or have the phone app installed. You have to start it up and you have to recalibrate it. Well, this thing, you do not need any of that stuff. You basically just take it and you basically hold the camera and for a second to tell the gimbal that this is what you want the home position to be, so basically the neutral position. So if you want it to be like that, that's great. But also, like I said, if let's say you want to do sort of a Dutch angle weird thing, well, then you can just twist the camera, hold it there, and then the gimbal will basically remember that position. So, as you guys can see, great little gimbal that has those, like I said, nice improvements over the previous version. And it's just, I think, like I said, it's just, CameTV has really, hit all the little, like the most important points when it comes to using a gimbal. So really makes it very, basically, user-friendly when you're out in the field and you have to quickly get shots. Does not take long time to set up. The gimbal itself is easy and light to carry. The case that it comes with is really nice. It's like a hard protective case, but it's the smallest case for a gimbal of that size that I've found anywhere. Even smaller than the CameTV Argo. So really liked all that stuff. Like I said, it just means that it's easier to travel with this, faster to set up and all that stuff. Really great gimbal. Have really nothing bad to say about it. Haven't run into any problems. So if you guys are interested in getting this gimbal, if you can get it on B&H or directly from CameTV, I believe also on Amazon and a few other places. Anyways, I'm going to provide all those links in the description of this video and also on my website at tomantosfilms.com. So make sure you guys go there. Also on my website, I have a ton of filmmaking tutorials, film reviews, all that stuff, and some cool downloads actually. If you go to my download section. So anyways, go check out my website. See how, check out the latest prices of this gimbal. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next time.